the thumbnail and the first 5 seconds of the video. To see this in action, let's jump to YouTube's homepage and take a look at one of MrBeast's video. If you notice, what MrBeast does here is that the first 5 seconds of the video literally open up from the thumbnail itself. Thanks to YouTube's sleek UX, the viewer is able to get a sneak peek of the video without even clicking on it or even hearing any of the audio. This convinces the viewer that the title or the thumbnail is not a clickbait and the video is exactly what they think it is about. The consistency across these three elements, that is the title, the thumbnail, and the first 5 seconds of the video, they help set the right expected payoff in the minds of the viewers, and that gives them a reason not to drop off within the first 5 seconds of the video. So in our next video, we need to make sure that there is some level of consistency between the title, the thumbnail, and the first 5 seconds of the video. And bonus points if you overlay some keywords within the first 5 seconds of the video, because the viewers don't really hear the audio when they get a sneak peek of the video on YouTube's homepage. The second tactic related to this doubt is to reinforce the base concept right at the start of the video. Let's listen to the very first sentence of these videos from some of the top creators.
I'm gonna spend the next 7 days buried alive under 20,000 pounds of dirt.
Off the world!
You've been hearing about F1 too, right? Cool, let's talk about it.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to drive across the country using only Tesla Autopilot? Here are some of the things we'll be looking at.
I'm about to spend $30,000 in the next 5 minutes buying the most futuristic tech on the internet. And then we're going to test it to find out if it actually is the future or if it's all just marketing nonsense.
Do you see a pattern? You got that right. It's as simple as clearly calling out what the video is about. As long as it ties back to the expectations set by the title and the thumbnail, you just reinforce the expected payoff value. So how can we use this tactic? As a general rule of thumb, within the first few sentences, clearly articulate what the video is about. Moving on to the next doubt, which is there anything unique about this video? To address this doubt, the creators do two things. The first thing that the creators do is they don't tell, but show the viewers why this is a video that they just can't miss. Depending on the genre of the video, the execution of this tactic will change a bit. For example, in the Grand Challenges genre, MrBeast relies on showing what is at stake or giving a glimpse of something extraordinary to get you hooked. Whereas in the edutainment genre, like explainer videos done by Cleo Abram, she gives a glimpse into an interview or an interesting insight that was done to create that particular video. The idea being that depending on your genre and the audience that you have, you give them a trailer of sorts of what's to follow in that video and why this video is unmissable. So when you're planning for your next video and thinking about the visuals that you would have at the start of the video, think about how can you give a trailer visually of what the video would include, some high notes of it, without revealing the entire thing. If it's a challenge video, then probably you can tease the viewers by mentioning about the secondary stakes. Or if it's a product review video, mention that apart from the review itself, you will talk about one relatively unknown feature of the product, which will keep the expected payoff value super high and give them a reason to stick around and watch the rest of the video. Going back to the second doubt, which was about is there anything unique in this video? Here's the second thing that the top creators do, which is they overstimulate the viewers with a lot of visuals. I did some research on this, and for that I watched hours of content from some of the top creators to understand how do they really construct the first 30 seconds of their video. Here are the top 3 insights. Number 1, they change the shot in some manner or form every 1.7 seconds. Number 2, on average, they were about